How are you all? I hope you all are fine. Welcome to our English class. Today we are going to learn session number 3 of module 10. Alright, and in today's session we will be studying formal writing and creative writing. In formal writing we will learn formal letter, and in creative writing we will learn travel writing. So my dear children, first of all, let us begin with the formal writing. Okay? So my dear children, do you remember I have taught you the parts of a letter, right? And how to write a letter in the correct sequence. Okay? So this is already taught by me and you already have an idea about it. Now my dear children, you have to open your English workbook, page number 60. Okay? In that there is a letter which is written properly, but the order of writing is jumbled up. Okay? So which is that letter? This letter is written by a boy named Sanjay. Okay? And he has written this letter to the famous scientist Chitra Shah. Okay? And why has he written the letter? To invite her for school exhibition. Okay? So he has written the letter correctly, just the order of that letter is different. Okay? It is jumbled up, it is not proper. So what you have to do is, you have to write the numbers as well as the name of that particular part. Okay? So my dear children, you can see this letter, right? It is written over here, and what you have to do is, you have to write the number and the name of part. So I have mentioned all the parts of the letter over here. What you have to do, you have to just number them. So first of all, whenever we write a letter, what is the first part that we write? Do you remember? Yes, the first part is address. Right? Now, as we are writing a formal address, as we are writing a formal letter, we have two addresses. Right? How many? Two. One is of sender and the other is of receiver. Sender's address as well as receiver's address is mentioned in a formal letter. So, which address will be written first, as it is the first part of the letter? Which part or which address will be written first? It is sender's address. Okay? So, sender's address will be written first. So, I have number 1 over here. Okay? Next, now after writing the sender's address, what we have to do? We have to also mention the receiver's address. Okay? After writing the sender's address, we have to write receiver's address, number 2. Okay? Now what will come after that? Yes, after writing sender's address and receiver's address, what is the most important thing that we write after that? It is the, yes, what is it? It is the date. Okay? It is the date. We have to mention the date on which we are writing the letter. Alright? And what will come after that date? Yes, my dear children. What we have to mention? Now as we are writing a formal letter. Okay? What will come after date? Yes, it will be the subject. Means we have to mention the subject, that why are we writing this letter? We have to mention in short. Means you can write invitation for school exhibition. This can be your subject, right? It is already mentioned here. Okay. Now, next part of the subject. Yes. Do you know what is the next part? What do we write after subject? We write respected madam, respected sir, dear friend and all. Okay. In informal writing. So what is this known as? This is known as salutation. Okay. So salutation will be the fifth part. Now next, what will come after salutation? After salutation, you have to give a short introduction that why are you writing this letter, okay? Or even you can ask that how is she, or you can tell some information in introduction, okay? So I will mention here number 6. Now what will come after introduction? The actual part of the letter, okay? And that is known as body. So this will be 7. And after body, what will be there? Now only 2 parts are remaining, conclusion and signature. So what will come first? Conclusion. Okay. Why conclusion? Because whatever letter we are writing, we have to come to the conclusion. That what is the motto of our writing this letter. Next, signature. Okay. This is the last part. Signature means you have to mention your name as well as sign. Understood, my dear children? So this is about formal letter. Now you have exercise 4 in your book. And what is that exercise? I will read it out. Write a letter to Miss Gloria Fernandez, the hotel manager of Happy Holiday Resort, Goa. Request her to share information about places you can visit there and if rooms will be available during the dates of your choice. Alright, now what you have to do? You have to write a letter to the manager of hotel. Which hotel? Happy Holiday Resort, which is in Goa. Now you want to go to visit Goa, right? So what you have to do? You have to write a letter to that manager. Why? Because you want to ask that manager if any rooms will be available on the date of your choice when you have to go there, and also the information about the places that you can visit in Goa. Alright? So these are some hints that are mentioned for you to write a letter. Now first of all, mention the dates and duration. Now when are you going to visit Goa? That you have to mention. You have to mention the date and duration. Means from which period you are going to leave there. Alright. Until when? It's for how many days or how many months or weeks that you have to mention. Next. Mention the number of people and the number of rooms to be booked. Now how many people are going with you? Like suppose there are 10 people, 20 people, that you have to mention. And as per the number of people, you have to mention the number of rooms to be booked. Now everybody cannot stay at one place or in one room, right? So what you have to do is, you have to ask them for different rooms. Next, mention if you want any specific kind of room. Now you have to mention if you want any specific kind of room. Now it is Happy Holiday Resort and it's in Goa. So maybe there's a beach near the hotel. So you need to mention the view of the resort. Means it is to the means the beach side is being visible or not. Okay. Or if you want any other view, and how means the room should be of double bed, single bed. How it should be, air conditioned room, non-air conditioned room. You have to mention any specific kind of room that you want. Alright. You can even mention which things you want in the room. Alright. Next point is ask information about the places you can visit in Goa. Now you can also ask the hotel manager that which places are to be visited in Goa. Means which places are very nice, where can you go? Okay. Next, give your email address or phone number to send you information. Now you are writing a letter to the hotel manager, right? So you need to provide him or her your phone number as well as email address so that they can contact you. Understood? So using this following hints, you have to write a letter to Mrs. Gloria. Next is travel writing. Now our next point is creative writing, in which we are going to learn travel writing. Right? Now what is there? You have to, what do you mean by travel writing? Now whenever you are writing travel writing, means you have visited a place, you have traveled to a place and you are writing the information about that. Okay? That is the meaning of travel writing. Now here are some points which you have to keep in mind while writing a travel piece. Now write in the first person. Now you have to write in the first person, means I have visited or I have enjoyed there, means you are speaking, not any other, that she went to the place or she is writing. No, you have to always write it in first person, means you yourself are talking. Okay? Next, share personal experiences, thoughts and feelings. Now personal experiences means what things you have experienced when you went to visit that place. Alright, you have to express your thoughts, your feelings, means how did you feel there, when did you go there, what experiences you had, that things. Next, create a picture of the place by using descriptive language. Now, if you visit to a beach or any hill station, then what you have to do? You have to create a picture. Means not draw the picture. You have to describe that place. Means whoever is reading the travel piece should imagine that this is the picture of the place that you visited. Like there were beautiful beaches, there were resorts near the beach, lots of coconut trees were there, right? Many people were playing on the beach. Okay, means you saw a sunset, the sunrise. Means these are the points that should be mentioned. Okay, and you have to use descriptive language. Means you have to describe it. You have to use more describing words to describe the place that you have visited. Okay. Next, share photos, drawings and funny or memorable moments. Means when you visited there, you can share the photographs that you clicked, you can share the funny moments, or you can also share the pictures or drawings that you have done. Understood, my dear children? So this is how we write a travel writing. Now here is exercise 5 and I have written the hints for you. Now what is exercise 5? Let us see. Imagine that you have recently visited a hill station. Write about a day at the hill station. Feel free to use the pictures and illustrations to make your travel piece attractive. Now you have to write a travel writing or a travel piece about a hill station. Means you just have to imagine that you have recently visited a hill station. So you can mention about information about that hill station. Alright, and you can use as many pictures as you want, different types of drawings. You can add these things to make your travel piece attractive. Okay, now these are the hints. First is, what did you see, hear and feel? What was the place like? Now what did you see when you went there? Okay, what did you hear? How did you feel? Okay. And what was the place like? What was the place like? Means it was a mountain, means it is a hilly region, right? As you went to the hill station. So how did you feel? How was the climate? How were the people? How were they talking? What language they were using? Alright, these things can be mentioned in that travel piece. Next, can you recall any memorable meetings, exciting food or funny things that happened? Now when you went to the place, means when you went to the hill station, can you recall some memories or some meetings? Means if you met someone over there or any new people, if you met people who you already know, who visited the place at the same time you were visiting, or if any new people you met there about any meetings. Okay, and any other things like food. Means whenever we change the place, the quality of food or the method to cook the food or the variety of food is very different, right? So you can mention the food that you ate if you remember any. Alright. Next is funny things that happened. Means any funny things that happened when you visited the hill station. Like if you were trekking and your leg slipped off, you fell down and everyone started laughing. Right? So this can be also the funny moment. Okay? Next, how was this place different from where you live? Now, how was this place different from where you live? Now, suppose if you live in means we don't live in desert region, right? Now, for example, we live in Konkan, means it is not a hilly region, right? So, when you visit the hill station, what is difference that you have to mention? Now, draw something memorable from your visit. Now, which is the thing that you remember the most, which you think is most memorable, means you can never forget, that you have to mention. Alright, so this was all about travel writing. I hope you have understood both formal writing as well as travel writing. So my dear children, in today's session, we have studied formal writing. We have seen the parts of formal writing. Okay, means parts of formal letter, and we have seen how to write a travel writing. So I hope you have understood today's session. If you have any problem, any queries or any doubts related to today's session, you can contact me. Alright, thank you so much.